everyone, I'm Sheetal. Welcome all of you in your own YouTube channel, A Way Towards My Dreams. So with the help of this platform, we are going to prepare for UPSC as well as for HPSC. So in first step of preparation, we should know about our syllabus. So in today's lecture, we are going to study about our syllabus of HPSC exam, means Haryana Public Service Commission examination for 2021. So guys, it's a notification for syllabus of HPSC examination from Haryana government. So as we can see here, HPSC exam having 3 stages. First is the preliminary exam, second is mains, and third is the interview. So in our first stage, it's having 2 examination. First is for the general studies, second is for the civil studies aptitude test or the civil services aptitude test. In our general studies, we can see the syllabus which cover general science, current events of national and international importance, history of India and Indian national movement, Indian and world geography, Indian culture, Indian polity and Indian economy, general mental ability and Haryana economy and people, social, economic and culture, institutions and language of Haryana. So the questions came also from the general science which we use in our daily life. It also consists of the current affairs which consist of knowledge of significant national and international events. In the history of India, emphasis will be on broad general understanding of the subject in its social, economic and political aspects. So, जो हमारी फर्स्ट स्टेज है HPSC एग्जामिनेशन की, उसके अंदर जो हमारा फर्स्ट पेपर होता है वो होता है जनरल स्टडीज का. उसके अंदर आती है जनरल साइंस, आती है करंट अफेयर्स, आते हैं इंडिया का इतिहास आता है और जो नेशनल मूवमेंट होती हैं हमारे इंडिया के अंदर जो पास्ट टाइम में हुई थी उनके बारे में आता है. वर्ल्ड और इंडिया की ज्योग्राफी आती है, इंडियन कल्चर, इतिहास, पॉलिटी और संस्कृति, इन सभी से क्वेश्चंस आते हैं हमारे फर्स्ट एग्जाम के अंदर. नेक्स्ट एग्जाम आता है सिविल सर्विसेज एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट. इसके अंदर कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव, ये इंग्लिश से होता है. ये जनरल इसके अंदर क्या आता है कि आपको एक पैसेज मिलता है, उस पैसेज से आपको कुछ क्वेश्चंस के आंसर करने होते हैं. नेक्स्ट आता है इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स इंक्लूडिंग कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स. इसके बाद है लॉजिकल रीजनिंग एंड एनालिटिकल एबिलिटी. Next is the decision making and problem solving, general mental ability and basic numeracy up to the class 10th level, which consists of data interpretation, number and the relation, order of magnitude. Up to the class 10th level, you should have to cover its syllabus. So for the syllabus of the mains examination, the first paper is about the English and English essay. Okay, so इस एग्जाम का जो मेन एम है, इस एग्जाम का जो एम है वो क्या है कि कैंडिडेट्स की एबिलिटी रीड एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग को एग्जामिन करना. सो इसके अंदर जो क्वेश्चंस का पैटर्न है वो है प्रिसाइज राइटिंग, कंप्रीहेंशन ऑफ गिवन पैसेज, essay, uses and vocabulary and general grammar और composition. So candidates will be required to write an essay on a specific topic. The choice of subject will be given. They will be expected to keep closely to the subject of the essay to arrange their ideas in orderly fashion and to write concisely. So its mean क्या है कि कंसाइजली हमें अपनी रिपोर्ट को सबमिट करना है, जो भी हमारा आंसर है उसको, एंड हमारा जो टॉपिक है हमें उस टॉपिक के जो लिमिटेड एरियाज हैं उन्हीं को कवर करना है, टॉपिक से बाहर हमें आंसर नहीं देना। सेकंड पेपर आता है हिंदी एंड हिंदी ऐसे का। फर्स्ट है ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ इंग्लिश पैसेज इनटू हिंदी, नेक्स्ट है लेटर एंड प्रीसिज राइटिंग, थर्ड इज हेयर एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ हिंदी पैसेज इन द सेम लैंग्वेज, कंपोजिशन, next is on the essay on a specific topic, the choice of subjects will be given. Third paper है general studies. General studies consist of history of modern India and Indian culture. आधुनिक भारत का इतिहास और भारत की संस्कृति। सो इस पोर्शन के अंदर जो क्वेश्चंस कवर होंगे वो हमारी हिस्ट्री जो मिड ऑफ 19th सेंचुरी से लेकर अब तक के क्वेश्चंस को कवर किया जाएगा। नेक्स्ट है ज्योग्राफी ऑफ इंडिया। इसके अंदर फिजिकल, इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल ज्योग्राफी से क्वेश्चंस होंगे। थर्ड पार्ट आता है इंडियन पॉलिटिका। देयर इज द क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया, पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम एंड रिलेटेड मैटर्स। फोर्थ, current national issues and topics of social relevance. पार्ट नंबर सेकंड है इंडिया एंड द वर्ल्ड। इंडिया एंड द वर्ल्ड के अंदर जो कैंडिडेट्स का टेस्ट होगा वो अवेयरनेस ऑफ इंडियाज रिलेशनशिप with the world in various spheres such as the foreign affairs, external security and related matters, nuclear policy and Indian abroad. In the part of Indian economy, the question will be came on the planning and economic development in India, economic and trade issues, foreign trade, the role and the function of IMF, World Bank and World Trade Organization. IMF belongs to the International Monetary Fund. C है International Affairs and Institutions. This part will include questions on important event in world affairs and on international institutions. D, development in the field of science and technology, communications and space. In this part, questions will be test the candidate's awareness of the developments in the field of science and technology, communications and space, and also in C section there the questions arise from the international affairs and the institution, including the important event in world affairs and on international institutions. In section D, developments in the field of science and technology, communications and space. In this part, questions will test the candidate's awareness of the development in the field of science and technology, communications and space, and also basic ideas computers. In E section, there's a questions from the statistical analysis, graphs and diagrams. Here the candidates have an ability to draw common sense conclusions from information presented in statistical, graphical or diagrammatical form and to point out deficiencies, limitations or inconsistencies therein. So guys, the next paper is for the optional subject. So we are going to prepare for agriculture as an optional subject. So now let's discuss about the syllabus of agriculture, its ecology and its relevance to man, natural sources, their sustainable management and conservation, physical and social environment as factors of crop distribution and production, agroecology, cropping pattern as indicators of environments, environmental pollution and associated hazards to crop, animals and humans. Climate change consists of international conventions and global initiatives, greenhouse effect and global warming, Advanced tools for ecosystem analysis consist of remote sensing and geographic information system. Cropping patterns in different agroclimatic zones of the country, impact of high yielding and short duration varieties on shifts in cropping patterns, concept of various cropping and farming systems, organic and precision farming, package of practices for production of important cereals, pulses, oilseeds, fibers, sugar, commercial and fodder crops. Important features and scope of various types of forestry, plantation such as social forestry, agroforestry and natural forests consist of propagation of forest plants, forest product, agroforestry and value addition, conservation of forest flora and fauna. Weeds, their characteristic, dissemination and association with various crops, their multiplications, cultural, biological and chemical control of weeds. Social. So here from soil, questions consist of physical, chemical and biological properties. Processes and factors of soil formation. Soils of India, mineral and organic constituents of soils and their role in maintaining soil productivity. Essential part, plant, nutrients and other beneficial elements in soil and plants. Principles of soil fertility, soil testing and fertilizer recommendations. Integrated nutrient management biofertilizers. Losses of nitrogen in soil, nitrogen use efficiency in submerged rice, soils nitrogen fixation in soils, efficient phosphorus and potassium use, problem soils and their reclamation, soil factors affecting greenhouse gas emission, soil conversion, integrated watershed management, soil erosion and its management, dry land agriculture and its problems, technology for stabilizing agriculture production in rain-fed areas. Water use efficiency in relation to crop production, criteria for scheduling irrigations, ways and means of reducing runoff losses of irrigation water, rainwater harvesting, drip and sprinkler irrigation, drainage of water, logged soils, quality of irrigation water, effect of industrial influence on soil and water pollution, irrigation projects in India, farm management, scope, importance and characteristics, farm planning, optimum resource use and budgeting, economics of different type of farming system, marketing management strategy for development, market intelligence, price fluctuations and their cost, role of cooperatives in agriculture economy, type and system of farming and factors affecting them, agriculture price policy and crop insurance, agriculture extension, its importance and role, methods of evaluation of extension programs, socio-economic survey and status of big, small, marginal farmers and landless agricultural laborers, training programs for extension workers, role of Krishi Vigyan Kendra in dissemination of agriculture technologies, non-government organization and self-help group approaching for rural development. So in part second, cell structure, function and cell cycle. Synthesis, structure, function of genetic material, laws of heredity, chromosome structure, chromosomal abbreviation, linkage and crossing over, and their significance in recombination breeding, polyploidy, euploidy and aneuploids, mutation and their role in crop improvement, heritability, sterility and incompatibility, classification and their application in crop improvement, cytoplasmic inheritance, sex-linked and sex-influenced and sex-limited characters, History of plant breeding, modes of reproduction, selfing and crossing techniques, origin and evolution and domestication of crop plants, center of origin, law of homologous series, crop genetic resources, conservation and utilization, application of principles of plant breeding, improvement of crop plants, molecular markers and their application in plant improvement, pure line selection, pedigree, mass and recurrent selections, combining ability, its significance in plant breeding, heterosis and its exploitation, somatic hybridization, breeding for disease and pest resistance, role of interspecific and intergeneric hybridization, role of genetic engineering and biotechnology in improvement genetically modified crop plants, seed production and processing technologies, seed certification, seed testing and storage, DNA fingerprinting and seed registration, role of public and private sectors in seed production and marketing, intellectual property rights issues, World Trade Organization issues and its impact on agriculture, principles of plant physiology with reference to plant nutrition, absorption, translocation and metabolism of nutrients, soil water plant relationship, enzyme plant pigment photosynthesis, modern concept and factors affecting the process, aerobic and anaerobic respiration, C3, C4 and CAM mechanisms in plants, carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism, growth and development, photoperiodism and vernalization, plant growth substances and their role in crop production, physiology of seed development and germination, dormancy, stress physiology, drought, salt and water stress. Major fruits, plants, plantation crops, vegetable species and flower crops. Practices of major horticulture crops. Protected cultivation and high-tech horticulture. Post-harvest technology and value addition of fruits and vegetables, landscaping and commercial floriculture, medicinal and aromatic plants, role of fruits and vegetables in human nutrition, diagnosis of pests and disease of field crops, vegetables, orchards and plantation crops, and their economic importance, classification of pests and disease and their management, integrated pest and disease management, storage pests and their management, biological control of pests and diseases, epidemiology and forecasting of many major crop pests and disease, plant quarantine measures, pesticides, their formulation and modes of action, food production and consumption trend in India, food security and growing population, recent 2020, reasons for grain surplus, national and international food policies, production, procurement, distribution constraints, availability of food grains, per capita expenditure of food, trends in poverty, public distribution system and below poverty line population, targeted public distribution system, policy implementation in context to globalization, processing constraints, evolution of food production to national dietary guidelines, and food consumption pattern, food-based dietary approaches to eliminate hunger, nutrient deficiency, micronutrients deficiency, protein energy malnutrition or protein calorie malnutrition, micronutrient deficiency and HRD in context of work capacity of women and children, food grain productivity and security. So guys, if anyone have any other subject as their optional, they can check the syllabus of that particular subject in our Telegram channel. I will share this PDF on our YouTube channel and also on Telegram channel. Please check there. If you like this video, okay, अगर आपको यह वीडियो पसंद आया है देन आप इसको लाइक कीजिए एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए एंड बेल आइकन पर प्रेस कीजिए ताकि आगे आने वाली सभी अपडेट्स आपको मिलती रहें. सो थैंक यू.